Hello, everybody. We're back for some more Spongebob Squarepants. Battle for Bikini Bottom. Rehydrated. We're going into a sand mountain this time, like I said in the last episode. I do believe I opened this already, but I guess the game doesn't like to re-save after all that. But, either way. Toothbrush borrowing? Really?
Oh, yeah, lots of times. I figured if you didn't know, you wouldn't mind.
What do I care? I'm a wreck anyway.
Why?
Exercise to relax with all this robot-ness. And now everything's ruined.
Because of a toothbrush?
No, it's those blasted robots. They've taken over the ski slopes.
Of course.
I ski with those ugly things beating everyone up. Listen, Spongebob, you gotta help me. I'm gonna lose my marbles. Relaxation.
I found if you keep your marbles in a bag, they don't get lost as often. In fact, I've got mine right here. It's embroidered with this lovely...
Forget the marbles.
They didn't animate the marbles.
If you get rid of the robots at the bottom of every slope for me, I'll give you one of those golden spatulas.
Well, I don't know. It's hard to beat the extreme fun of marbles.
Okay, I'll give you one for each slope you clear.
Now that's a deal.
Yay. So now we have to do stuff.
Another fine for
Sock.
take that.
Oh no! Let's get up here. There's a button we can push. Pushing said button reveals those. And that allows us to get up there, where a golden spatula do be. But there's also a bungee.
Most favorite friend in the whole world. I found another golden spatula for you.
You have.
Boy, can I have it?
Sure, if you fall down to the bottom of this pit.
Isn't there a safer way?
It's always safety with you people.
I suppose you could bungee down. Alrighty. So let's pay the toll, get the thing, and we're good.
Keep up the good work, buddy of mine. And don't forget to help me out with the jump bucket.
Alrighty. So clams paid, and I think we're just short a few hundred shiny objects. No, it's 1,500 apiece. Yeah, we have a bit more than we need to get into there, but I also need to go down here for a sec. We're gonna get this sock, and we're gonna go back up. We're gonna turn into Sandy, so that we can get the thing up top. Oh, okay. Alright, so that's two of the main spatulas. Now, Squidward said we get a spatula per slope. So the fact that we got two in the sub area here, there are races that we can participate in. Time trials, so to speak. And we can beat the NPC's times in order to get ourselves a new golden spatula.
Howdy, Mrs. Puff.
Well, if it isn't Sandy Cheeks.
Go ahead and grab this.
Feeling refreshed.
So for these races, we do have to be Spongebob.
I've gone down this hill 100 times, usually rolling. Darn kids think it's funny to push me, but if you can beat my time down
Yep. So we have 70 seconds to do this. Now, sliding is still finicky in this version of the game, but it's, I suppose, it's a lot more tolerable. But you have to get used to it, like, definitely. We also have to do a hard left, go under here, grab this. There's one more sock on this specific track. Owie. So we're gonna go to the right a little bit. Knock all these robots down. Well, most of them anyway. Oh no! Apparently,
I've gone down this.
touching that rock is an insta game over. Game over, void out. I don't think that's happened to me before. Weird. Well, I suppose let's try that again. Let's not hit the rock this time. Owie.
Just my size. Boy, Patrick will be glad to have this back.
All right.
Feel like a new sponge. You just met the Sponginator.
Let's grab. Definitely have enough for the next slope to be unlocked. And we also have enough to go to the industrial park on the spatula count.
Congratulations! You passed with flying colors.
Yay. Kind of hoping we don't have to redo the third slope too much. Or the second one for that matter, because the second one,
Like a spring breeze.
we're going to this in a moment. It's Flounder Hill. And there's this stupid thing with the Sandman sculptures. There's a bunch of them that you have to get, and you have to get all of them, like, broken without falling off the map and resetting everything. So an easy way to remedy this is win the time trial here.
And float like a sea bee. If you can beat my time down the hill, I'll give you a golden spatula.
You need to be taking shortcuts for all these. Timer doesn't start until you get on the actual track. So with that said, you want to go straight here to get a better time on this. For pretty much any race, unless if there's other requisite checks that you have to do, it's always best if you go as close to the inside of these as possible. And skip stuff as you can. But I'm already, like, running out of time. And I already failed. So let's try that again. We'll leave the one at the start because, again, everything respawns here. I keep not taking my own advice. We need to be going straight as possible. There's a big funny skip that we can do if we take the right this time. And this is going to be very, very much easier if we were to use Sandy, but as you can see, even with that, it is still very difficult. Because the game likes to capture your movement, and it thought I was still going on the bad direction compared to where I actually was trying to go in the track.
It shines.
I don't get it.
998, 999, 1000.
It might be better to get the socks out of the way first. I didn't have this sort of trouble doing it in my failed recording. So with Sandy, we're able to lasso and move our way back. So like this. We are a little too low here to go back that way, though. Might be a little shaky to do this, too. Yeah. Sandy, you have so much more control. So what I'm going to try and do is with the two sand people, I'm going to go to the left first. We're going to get the lower one, and then we're going to go back up a bit to see if we can get over to the other side.
Someone better make good use of all these.
Okay, that's 4 out of 8. If we can just keep it to that many, we can just go right back up and get that last one that we purposely decided to miss. Just a lot of things I don't care for in this game, and just like bad out of bounds spots. They irk me a lot. So there's 2 more of these sand people in our general path. So if we go here, and then we go over,
Okay, well, that's better.
I want to get up onto this above me ledge thing.
Toasted tiki Texas style.
If I can. Because there's a sock up there too. Might have to wait on that. There are so many boom tikis. So we'll get the Squidward spatula, and then we'll go back up.
Long sport is someone to make much of big red lights.
So many voice clips are messed up here. Let's grab that. Let's go knock down the last thing. And when you get all 8 of the Sandmen knocked down, the sock actually stays at the end of the track. So if we go ahead and go through it again as SpongeBob, and we actually win the time trial.
Ew. Can't believe I'm wearing SpongeBob's underwear.
Actually, I already have to go down it again. Well, that's fun. Oh, it was this one. Okay. I guess we can just go down it again, and then we'll do the race. I really hate this stupid sock. It is so unnecessarily extra. The one thing that they didn't fix is having to redo everything again. But the stock, again, it does stay there even if you croak. Okay, hitboxes. It's weird. So after this, I have to do the Murmelayer. And then with the Murmelayer, we're going to finish off that specific video with the industrial park. That's in the idea that we can get everything done. Oh, you know what? This also gives me another chance to go up top to get that thing that I was talking about. But the Murmelayer is tricky for one thing and one thing only. That's the rolling ballroom. There's like a big bug with the physics in there. For the ball, specifically.
Well, I suppose it'll make Patrick happy.
Apparently, if you bubble bash it at the correct time, it actually just falls onto the pressure weight to actually open up where the spatula is. I've seen it a couple times, but I've never done it myself. Talk. Thank you. So we got all the annoying things out of the way. So let's finally do this race and actually win. No jank is SpongeBob here. Imagine we get like 10 more deaths. That would be funny. This game has a good but also bad habit of growing on me when I'm playing it more. Because it does feel familiar. It's still buggy as heck, though. I still like it because, again, eye candy. It looks nice, but there's so many other things that could be said about it, but I don't have the capacity currently to put those into words, my criticisms, critiques. It's a good effort at the remake, but it was rushed to this being the product. And it suffered more than it probably should have. We're almost there. We should get there with like 12 seconds to spare. Yeah. Ah. I'm remaining very, very curious about Cosmic Shake because I bought the game when it released. Same deal with Titans of the Tide, and I have not played it yet, either of those games.
Congratulations, SpongeBob. You beat my best time. Here's a spatula.
Yay. So, socks. 7 out of 10, and there are 3 socks on the final mountain. Sand Mountain. So let's get on over there. I don't think we're going to have to do as many retries So I think we'll do the race first while collecting probably, yeah, probably 2 of the socks. Because we do have to waste a little more time getting the second one. Because in that loop in that secluded area, that's where the third sock is.
I'm the fastest there is. My time down this slope is unbeatable. I'll give you a golden spatula if you can beat my time.
10 seconds more than Bubble Buddy. This is the only time I'm really going to consider taking a slower route. Because sock. Well, sort of slower.
You! Patrick needs to do laundry.
Now, there's a really fast thing that gets us to another sock, but I already messed it up.
As long as these pins are square and this sponge is Bob, I will.
I'm the fastest.
Yeah.
I love opening presents.
I mean, to be fair, the sock is actually a lot quicker of a route. And that blue behind that pole kind of tells you that it's also faster to just jump there. This is 100% faster. I feel bad for those characters. There's our second sock up there, but we need to get Sandy. Because we cannot get up there as SpongeBob. So we can hop off there for a 50. But we need to come down here for the sock. Now I'm hoping that I can get through this without needing to do too much more. There's going to be a junction coming up. We're going to go to the left. And then we're going to try and go to the middlemost path. Actually, it might have been better to do this. Left. Okay, middle and then left. And then with this, we should be able to get there with like 8 seconds. 10. Alright. So that's the time challenge things beaten. There's so much happening on screen right now. Hello, Snowball. Yay. Alright, now let's go grab Sandy. After we get our reward from Larry.
Congratulations, SpongeBob. You beat my best time.
Here's a spatula. Alright. Yay. So it looks like 45 is the magic number for ending off this episode. And then for socks, let's go get that last one. Because I don't really need to be too fast doing this. I do believe I'm going to take an easy warp so that I can get out of Sand Mountain, because it's literally just getting this sock and we're done, so I don't need to waste time doing another run of this. And I already messed it up. You can do the same thing in the original versions of the game. Going back up the slopes with Sandy. That's why I abuse it here.
The shinier, the better.
I approve of this robot being like non-active until you get over here. So that is a full clear on Sand Mountain. And then we can get some funny dialogue from Squidward if we hop down and see him.
Oh, thank Neptune, you did it! Now I can go get my equipment and ski in peace.
Actually, I think that Patrick borrowed your equipment.
What? Who said he can do that?
I did. I figured if you didn't know, you wouldn't mind. Again.
Wouldn't mind,
Of course I mind.
The most expensive skiing equipment you can buy. And what does Patrick want with that stuff anyway? He doesn't even know how to ski. I want the warm now.
And again, I guess Squidward like kind of just brushed over that. You know what? There is actually a sock in Shady Shoals that I didn't get. So, we'll open with getting that, and we'll go into the Mermalair in the next one. So, Shady Shoals, Mermalair, and then we're going to go into the Industrial Park. That's what that 40 is. So, thanks for watching. Do stay tuned for more, and I'll be back with the next episode of SpongeBob Squarepants, Battle for Bikini Bottom Rehydrated. Bye.